Hey guys, so our first movement is going to be 20 squats with a 45-pound bar. Moving on to the next warm-up movement, we're going to up the weight to 135 pounds for 10 to 12 reps. While performing these warm-up sets, you're going to really want to focus on your form, so when you hit the heavier numbers, you have a lower risk of injuring yourself. So after a heavy 7 exercise, I try to superset it with a hip movement to really keep my heart rate up and burn my muscles out. For this instance, I'm going to be doing jumping squats for 15 reps. Just so you guys know, this is a back brace, not a waist trainer. I have an extremely weak back and have thrown it out twice, so I have to wear it when heavy lifting. The reason I'm saying this is because I've gotten multiple questions asking about it being a waist trainer. So no, it is not. Moving on to a whopping grand of 175 pounds, I'm going to be doing 8 reps. When squatting, make sure that your hips go out before anything else bends, right there. See how my hips went out first? That's what you want to do. Little disclaimer for you guys. I do not think that squats are the #1 booty building exercise because, well, they aren't. Squats are a compound movement. They're going to hit your back, your quads, your hamstrings, and your glutes. If anything, squats are more of a quad workout. So if you're trying to tone down your thighs but make your butt bigger, I suggest you do isolated glute workouts. Here I am squatting 205 pounds for only 4 reps, and my current max is probably around 215, 220 because I'm able to do 210 pounds for 3 reps. When lifting, make sure that you are breathing correctly because, trust me, if you don't have good breathing techniques, your failure is imminent, my friend. So the proper way to breathe is inhaling through your nose on the easy part and exhaling through your mouth on the hard part. This workout I like to call step downs because pretty self-explanatory. For this movement, I really focus on pushing through my heels to get that full glute contraction. After that, I'm going to do another hip movement that I got from Jen Heward. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce her last name. But you're going to do a burpee jump squat, 2 lunges, another jump squat, then a burpee again. And when I tell you that these burn, they burn. And now for my very favorite glute movement are the hip thrusters. This movement gets my glutes every single freaking time, and I am clapping to emphasize that. Right here, I am doing 305 pounds for 10 reps. Trust me, this ish ain't easy. And for my very last movement, I'm going to do narrow squats for a burnout. This is to just make sure that my legs are completely dead at the end of my leg day. For a burnout, you're usually going to want to go low weight and just max out on them reps. Max out like you do on pizza on cheat day. Disclaimer, I am by no means a fitness expert. I am just giving you guys what I know. I am learning just like you guys. Hey guys, what's up? It's Reina, and today I'm going to be discussing fitness tips for beginners. Okay, so the first fitness tip, #1, is to lift heavy. Guys particularly do not have a problem with like lifting heavy as soon as they first start working out, just because like they want to get big and everything. But girls are usually scared to lift heavier just because they're scared that they're gonna get bigger and just have a very masculine build, which is not gonna happen unless you're taking steroids or some type of hormone. When I first started working out, I was going heavy on my lower area, but for my upper body I was going higher reps but lower weight, and I noticed I wasn't getting any progress whatsoever. Once I started going higher weight for my upper body, I noticed more toning, and of course I noticed that I was getting stronger, and I like feeling strong. It just feels very empowering to me. So lift heavy. You're not gonna get big unless you're a man. You're not gonna get big unless you take in some type of hormones or whatever. You're not gonna get big. Just don't be afraid. Just lift it. Just lift it, you know? Tip numero dos. Stated that your first 3 months of working out, so like this is when you first get started, that you are a beginner. After the 3-month mark, you are probably an intermediate by then, as long as you're doing the proper training, proper diet. In those first 3 months, you're not going to want to lift super duper heavy, go 7 days a week. It's recommended that the first 3 months you're gonna want to go about 2 to 4 days a week. If you do too much when you first start working out, it's just you're gonna be way too sore, and then you're gonna be motivation deficient because you're gonna wake up with a sore as hell body, and you're just gonna be like, well, fuck that, I don't want to do that anymore. This is too much, you know? You just don't want to overwhelm yourself in the first 3 months. Tip number 3. This is more for the girls because I know more girls do it than guys. Stay away from fad diets and methods. Something that you do for only a week, or something that's only for a month, that only lasts a certain period of time, and then right after it's done you just stop doing it. What's going to happen with that is you're going to do it for a certain period of time, and then after that it's just going to be a complete drop off. Like, if you don't keep it up, obviously the progress that you made is going to go away. This also goes for waist trainers. I see people using them all the time, try to form their waist, and I guess I understand it, like if it's like a one night thing, like you're going out on a date and you want to look slim, even though I would recommend working out and like getting real results and such. But if that's what you want to do, more power to you. But if you're doing it for like a long-term thing, you're wearing it a specific time throughout the day, it's not gonna work, because like once you take it off, it's just gonna slowly go back to its normal form. The results are not permanent for fad diets, fad methods, whatever. They're not permanent, so just don't do it and do something that's gonna be long lasting. For working out, the results might come very slowly, but that means that they're just gonna stay even longer. I'm not making lightly of eating disorders and such, but like, if you think that eating less is gonna make you weigh less, that is not the case. I'm going to debunk that right now. What's gonna happen is, if you're starving yourself and then eating or binge eating, your body is going to cling on to that, because it's going to go into starvation mode, and it's going to be like, okay, well, I need to pack this onto the body, because it's thinking that it's not going to get that much food, so it's going to hold on to it, and that's just going to keep it piling up and packing onto your body. So this is the 4th tip. I'm pretty sure it is HIIT, high intensity interval training. This is also another rumor that goes around and such. It's a myth. People think that if you run a mile the same pace daily, that you're just gonna lose all that weight. But that is like, it works, but that means that you're just gonna have to keep building up from that. So you're gonna like have to go to 2 miles and then 3 miles and then I don't know about you. Like, if you're into long distance running, go for it. Myself, however, I'm not gonna want to be running 6 miles every day. That's just not me. It's time consuming, and I just prefer sprinting. So the difference between HIIT and long period cardio is that with Cardio where you're doing it for a long period of time or a long distance, that's gonna slowly take away your muscle mass. You'll be losing the fat, but you'll also be losing the muscle as well. But like, okay, give me the muscle. Like, it's gonna take some of the fat, but it's also gonna take away the muscle, which is gonna result in you losing that tone that you want. With HIIT, basically what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna do something that's like low intensity, and then you're gonna do something for like 30 seconds for a very short amount of time that's like super duper high intensity, like it's go, 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 and then you stop, you rest for a second, and then you repeat it. With this, the amount of calories that you're gonna be burning it during the workout, and then after the workout throughout the day, you're gonna be burning those calories. With long periods of cardio that are low intensity, as soon as you stop that workout, it's just gonna fall, and you're not gonna be burning any more calories after that. When I first started working out, I tended to track my progress. Excuse me. I track my progress by my weight, which does not work, because if you're doing the higher weight and lower reps, you're gonna be gaining weight at the same time, because muscle weighs more than fat. Unless you're a bigger person, your weight's probably gonna stay around in the same area. I saw my weight dropping, but then it was gaining, and I was like, what's going on? And also, the scale is probably my worst enemy. Before I started working out, I weighed myself probably once a year, and that was just for hospital visits when I absolutely had to. Later on in my fitness journey, I started not paying attention to the scale and paying attention to the numbers on my jeans. I dropped, I think it was 5 sizes in like 7 months, and that just like made me feel so good. Someone can be like 145 like me, and I'm in a size 6, and then you could also be like 130 and be in a size 12, and there's nothing wrong with that. I do not recommend the scale unless you're prepping or doing it like once a month. I would not religiously weigh yourself. It's just not a good way to go, and it's not a good mentality. So stay away from the scale and pay attention to the numbers on your clothes. I hope you guys enjoyed the workout and the tips. I hope you benefited and took something from it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.